Hello and welcome to Mastering Maya Advanced Digital Production, brought to you by 3dbuzz.com. My name is Zach Parrish.
And I'm Jason Busby.
And I will be acting as your lead instructor throughout this entire 6-month course.
But fear not, there will be other students on the videos that will come in from time to time, with myself being one of them.
That's right, Jason's going to be popping in whenever he can. As many of you know, he's got a lot of other projects rolling even as we speak over at 3dbuzz.com.
No.
Yes, he never gets to quit moving, but he will be joining us whenever possible.
Well, of course, Zach, this is a very exciting opportunity here for me to sit in and, well, just give you a lot of trouble.
Sit here and razz me and make my job all the more
No, the Advanced Digital Production class is shaping up to be one of the coolest 3D animated classes we have offered yet, and so I definitely want to make sure I'm here for it as much as possible.
Definitely. Also, we're going to be pulling in Terry, whom some of you might know from such series as Modeling on the Fly, and he's also done a few guest appearances in the Advanced Modeling course.
And you should know him from the Daily News, as he's presenting it on almost a daily basis.
And if you don't know him from the Daily News, go watch it, because it's good stuff. Now, first off, I would like to welcome everybody to the class. Our attendees and our auditing students, welcome one and all. Glad you could make it. I'm glad you were able to download this video. A quick word about how this class will be presented. Everything that I want you guys to know will be provided to you in video form.
That's
I'll be giving you all of the lectures, very much like what you're receiving here, along with on-screen presentations. I'll be doing a lot of whiteboarding, a lot of discussion. So get used to staring at your monitor and listening to the sound of my voice. The class itself, as it is taught to you, is going to be broken up into a series of various video products that, as they are completed, will go up for sale in our store. Now, that is based on the lesson breakdown that you might have seen in the class overview. It was 19 lessons. Now, that's not 19 videos.
That's right, 19 video products.
That's right. And I just wanted to say this. Not all of the videos that you folks see while you're participating in this class will be included in those video products. For example, there's no reason why the video you're watching right now would be included.
Not to mention, from time to time, you're going to get special videos that will relate specifically to the class and what you're working on at that particular time.
That's right. So you guys get special content that nobody else gets to see. All right. Now, moving on from there, I want to discuss assignments, because that's going to be a big thing.
Actually, before we move away from videos, let's go ahead and remind everyone that the reason that they have FTP boxes is because of the way that we handle distribution of video files. Once video files are completed at 3D Buzz, it is then passed off to our server on the distant end, which is an encoding server that we've been using now for quite some time, where your information is then encoded into the video file. That is why we had to send out letters to verify your address and all. And then, of course, after that information is put into the file is then dropped into your box. Because of that, you will probably, from time to time, not probably, I'm sure, you'll see people saying, hey, file such and such is now available, yay, and you check your box and the file is not there. Please be patient. It is first come, first serve, meaning those that signed up for the Advanced Digital Production class first will get the files first. Now, the good news is this generally happens all within just a few hours. So just be patient if you're waiting on a file and you know that John Doe has already got it. You should be right there with it really soon.
Yeah, and don't let John talk too much smack to you. It's just propagation. It's not a big deal.
That's right. And with these videos, in case you are new to the world of 3D Buzz, we do this in a very relaxed manner, as you're probably picking up right now. Basically, we try to always make sure there's two people that are mic'd up. One person will serve as your instructor. In this particular case, it is going to be the glorious Mr. Zachary Parrish. And then another one will serve as the student.
See, I like to think of it as protagonist and antagonist.
Oh, that's true, I must admit. But, of course, the goal is to stay as focused as possible as we work our way through the content. Now, this course is not an introduction to Maya or introduction to Max or anything else. Please keep that in mind before we move away from the video.
Absolutely.
I just want to point this out real quick.
Yeah, if you need an introduction, I highly encourage you to pause your education, so to speak, and go pick up the Maya Fundamentals or 3ds Max Fundamentals. Those are the two big ones we have, and get through that content, or at least most of that content.
That's right. That's why we really bent over backwards and made it a priority to offer the Mastering Maya series, both fundamentals and advanced digital modeling, as a cheap alternative to get up to speed quickly with Maya, since Maya will be the primary package that's going to be used as we work our way through this animated short.
That's right. Now, we will be using Maya 2008. If you're using any other version of Maya in general, you should be fine. The basics of what I am going to be doing haven't changed in probably over a decade.
Right.
But I will, if you are using a previous version of Maya, you will likely end up with situations where I'm using a tool that you may not have access to. You will have to use your skills and find some workaround for that.
That's right.
Now, if you're using other softwares other than Maya or any of the pipeline software that we are using throughout this series, I cannot provide great technical support for that. That's not what I'm here for. Now, if you're taking the class and maybe you're following along with Blender and you're doing all your texturing with the GIMP and you've got a bunch of free software, that is great, and I applaud you for it. But please do not think, even if you're attending the class, even if you paid the money for the class, don't think that I can come in and answer every single question. This is a Maya course. It is covering the software that I am presenting. I will be trying my best to help out those who are following along with 3ds Max, simply because we do have a 3ds Max product out there.
That's
and
right.
I'm trying to bring people along as best I can. But even to the 3ds Max people, remember this is a Maya course.
That's right.
It's called Mastering Maya.
Okay, so I think that's everything about videos that we needed to get out of the way. Just wanted to make sure everybody's kind of up to speed with how we do things, the encoding process, why videos aren't available to everyone at the exact same moment, and the fact that you and I like to teach in a very relaxed environment because it makes the hours upon hours that we generally create for our students go by so much faster than this. Okay, now we shall click on the following and drag it over here. Oop,
enough talk. Yeah. Anyway,
moving along.
Let's move on and have a quick discussion about assignments.
Ooh, assignments. Yes, I love assignments.
Yes. And if you're,
I don't have to do them.
That's right. If you're scared, then
you
don't worry
should
about
be.
it. Yeah. Now, if you're an auditing student, you can now turn on your MP3 player or go watch football game, which is on in the other room.
It sure is.
Now, how we're going to do assignments.
Assignments are not going to be posted in a textual format in the forums. Instead, they are going to be given as supplemental videos that is going to ask for very specific things, and we will give very specific deadlines that must be followed.
Yeah, I'm really tight about deadlines. I'm very picky about deadlines. I don't like it when people miss deadlines, but if you feel like you're going to miss a deadline, if something comes up, maybe, I don't know, your kid's got soccer practice and you just can't make it on that. I don't know. All sorts of things happen. Please, I beg you, email me or PM me. You know my email address. If you don't, it's Zach at 3dbuzz.com. My PM box can be reached at Zach, Z-A-K, over on 3dbuzz. Let me know if you're going to miss a deadline. I am fairly flexible. Now, if you give me a really, lousy reason, like, there's this concert that came to town and I just really want to go, well, I don't know how nice I'll be about that, but try me anyway. At least let me know you're going to miss the deadline, because if I go to check homework and you haven't turned in anything and you haven't contacted me, I'm just going to assume you're not taking this class seriously, and I will act accordingly.
Yeah, this is one of the things that Zach and I discussed back and forth when we were getting ready to present the Advanced Digital Production course to everyone on 3D Buzz, and that is, I really wanted the class to be taught the same way that we taught classes back at the Renaissance Center, which was, with an iron fist.
Yes.
The goal was to really push the students as hard as we can, and when we do that, generally we see great results. And by getting relaxed and letting just everyone work in a relaxed environment, the results were not as good.
Yeah.
So we're going to rule this class with an iron fist. And by me saying that, please let me go ahead and say this. Don't look for sweet, rosy comments from Zach to every single post that you make inside the classroom forum.
No.
With such things as, look at my website, what do you think? Because if it does not look professional, or if it's not what we're looking for, well, that's going to be made very clear.
Yeah.
Don't let that offend you. That is not the goal of this class. The goal of this class is to educate you and to put you in a better position where you can reach your dreams.
That's right. I'm not necessarily here to blow sunshine at you.
No, not at all.
I'm here to tell you what I think. I'm to drive you and help you get better. So if you put up some work that I think is substandard or could be better, I'm going to tell you so in no uncertain terms. Whenever possible, which should be most, if not all the time, I will tell you how you can improvement. I don't really like just walking in and saying, that sucks, and turning and walking away. That doesn't teach you anything.
That's right.
I want you to know what's wrong. I want you to know how you can fix it. But if a lot's wrong, I'm going to tell you about all the things that are wrong, and I don't want you to get discouraged about that. Now, a quick thing about deadlines as I jump back a topic. If you feel like you are going to miss several deadlines, I mean, what I don't want to see happen is I'll get a whole bunch of emails from one person. Like every time there's a deadline, I'm not going to be able to make this one either. I'm not going to be able to make this this one, and I'm not going to be able to make this one. If you're going to keep missing deadlines over and over again, even if you contact me, I may ask you to either get on the ball or just say, look, we need to step out of the class now. Now, if you keep missing deadlines, repeated offenses.
Let's say you did repeated offenses without contacting us.
Yeah, let's just start without contact.
Right.
If you miss a deadline and you don't contact me, again, I'm going to assume you're not taking this class seriously at all. I will probably, depending on the scale of the offense, I will give you one chance to turn that in, maybe a day late at most. But if you miss it, you stand a really good chance of getting expelled. Now, what does expulsion mean to you? Expulsion means that you are no longer a participating student. You essentially become an auditing student. You can still have access to the videos, of course, because you paid for those, but you are no longer going to be allowed access to your own webpage. I'm not going to be checking your homework, and I will not be available for a great deal of contact from you. Now, no, there are no refunds if you get expelled. There's nothing we can do about that. You are here because you are trying to take your 3D education seriously, and I want to drive you to that end.
I mean, as an auditing student, you still get all the content. You still get to see everything that goes on in the classroom forum, so you can basically learn at your own pace. You just will not have the push behind you that will come from 3D Buzz.
And it's entirely possible that we're going to have auditing students who will actually be moving faster than the curve of the assignments.
Very possible.
It all depends on how much you're willing to push yourself. Now, even if you do contact me and you say, hey, Zach, I can't make this assignment deadline, but I can turn it in a day later. I'll talk to you, and based on what you have to say, I'll work with you as best I can. But if you keep doing that, I'm eventually going to ask you to stand down, step out of the class. Because really, you're here to enjoy this structured environment. And if you're not ready for that, then you don't, as far as I'm concerned, you don't need to be a student.
So the bottom line, if you see a date coming up that you can't make for whatever reason, go ahead and contact Zach via email, zach@3dbuzz.com, or PM, just Zach, and let him know and let him work with you. That's the best thing to do.
That's right.
Okay, moving on.
Missing a deadline also knocks you out of the running for Student of the Month.
Okay.
Now, Student of the Month is a program that we are going to be running throughout the duration of this course. Exceptional students will have their work showcased on the 3D Buzz front page. We'll be providing the entire planet with a link over to your website, so make sure they look good. We'll talk about you on 3D Buzz's The Daily News. So try hard, and you can get some noticement. We will really tout you.
That's right.
I'm trying to come up with a good word for it and coming up dry.
Tout you.
Yes. The last thing, there was something I wanted to say and I couldn't say it.
Oh, okay.
But anyways, so the last thing I want to bring up is the duration of the class. Now, throughout the entire production thus far, we've been telling you this is going to be a 6-month class. That is a flexible time. It won't go down. It can only go up. As we present the lecture, we may discover that we need a little more time to show you everything we want you to learn. So it's possible this class could run over into 7 months, possibly 8. I'm going to try to keep it down to the 6 range, though. I just want to get you warned. Now, whatever that duration turns out to be, as soon as that last lecture hits your plate, so to speak, you're going to be given one more final month. And that last month is here for you to get all of your assignments turned in, wrap up any remaining work that you have, ask any remaining questions. And then after that extra month, we're going to be closing up the doors, and this class will officially be over.
Sounds good.
I think with that's everything I really wanted to introduce, and then some. You should now have a solid idea of what this class is going to be. Now, if you are still curious about your student web pages, we are about to have a separate video discussing just those and what we're expecting from those. So if at the end of this video you're like, but what about my web page? Don't worry.
All that's coming up soon.
That's coming soon. So with that, that's going to wrap up this video. Thanks a lot.